So let's begin our discussion.
For question 2A, determine the legal course of action available to Encik Muniandy if he wishes to dispute the notice of additional assessment issued on 15 December 2025. Firstly, to begin the appeal process, he must complete and submit Form Q, which is the notice of appeal. The appeal must be submitted within 30 days stated in the notice of additional assessment from JA, which is not later than 30th January 2036, according to Section 99. The completed Form Q must be submitted to Director General of Inland Revenue, or commonly known as DGIR. Then, the DGIR will review the appeal. If the dispute cannot be settled through discussion, the case will be forwarded to SCIT, which is the Special Commissioner of Income Tax, for hearing.
Since Encik Muniandy missed the official deadline to file his appeal due to being hospitalized, he must submit Form N, Application for Extension of Time, in 2 copies according to Section 100 of the Income Tax Act 1967. Encik Muniandy must provide evidence proving he had a valid reason for missing the deadline because he was hospitalized. Thus, he has to provide the necessary documents to the IRB. The Director General will consider whether there are reasonable grounds before deciding whether to grant the assessment or not to Encik Muniandy.
And lastly, for question 2C, Encik Muniandy failed to declare his 30,000 ringgit consultancy income earned from his freelance business. Since he is a resident individual carrying on a business in Malaysia, the consultancy fee is part of his gross business income and shall be reported in his tax return form. His deliberate omission constitutes to tax evasion, and the first legal implication is additional assessment. The IRB may issue an additional assessment to recover the unpaid tax on the undeclared 30,000 ringgit income. The second legal implications is the penalty for incorrect return. Under Section 113, Subsection 2 of Income Tax Act, where the understatement is not fraudulent but results in an incorrect return, the taxpayer may be liable to additional tax payable or a penalty of up to 100% of the tax undercharge. Third one is tax evasion offence. Because Encik Muniandy deliberately concealed the income in an offshore account, this amounts to willful tax evasion under Section 114 of the Income Tax Act. Upon conviction, he may face a fine of 2,000 to 20,000 ringgit and imprisonment for less than 3 years or both. Lastly is the interest and further investigation. The IRB may conduct further investigations, require supporting documents, and recover any outstanding tax together with any applicable penalties.
In conclusion, taxpayers have the legal right to appeal against an additional assessment by filling Form Q under Section 99 and may seek an extension of time through Form N under Section 100 if they have a valid reason for missing the deadline. However, deliberately concealing taxable income such as hiding consultancy fees in an offshore account constitute tax evasion and may lead to additional assessment, heavy penalties, and prosecution under Section 114 of Income Tax Act 1967. Therefore, taxpayers should always maintain proper record, declare all taxable income honestly, and comply with Malaysian income laws.